Let's go.
Welcome to Rich Rings and Rivals. I am one of your hosts, Brandon Lee, along with my co-host, Rich23. What's up, Rich?
What's going on, Brandon? Ready for the show?
Yeah, what are we bringing the show into today?
Well, we got to cover the NBA playoffs.
And what else?
I mean, I think we got to cover some WWE, right?
All right. Sounds good. What are your Memorial Day weekend plans? You ready for the summer to kick off?
Of course I am. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, what are the plans, man?
Tequila Poppy's ready to go all summer.
Oh, what?
long.
We forgot to cheers, man.
I
Tequila
know.
Poppy.
That's right.
And we do have new merch, Tequila Poppy and Tequila Mommy.
Yeah,
Shirts out.
Buy the shirts.
Buy the shirts. Rep the brand. CatharticClothing.com, 1-800-BartendingSchool.com.
Go to the shop. Buy the shirt. Support.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
All right.
What are we getting into?
Let's start. NBA playoffs. We're down to the Final Four. Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks versus the Pacers, which you, my friend, said was the biggest rivalry in the NBA today. And the Western Conference Finals, the Thunder versus the T-Wolves, who so happens the Thunder took game one already in a dominating performance.
Yeah, Edwards didn't show up in the fourth quarter. I don't know if he was hurt, what happened, but he's got to be better if they have any chance of winning.
And they're saying SGA is Mr. Foul Baiter, but...
And he got the MVP today.
Yes.
Yes, he has been announced as the MVP.
Great player, man. He wasn't even highly ranked coming out either.
What a terrible trade by the Clippers.
Yeah. Well, but what did he have developed?
No. They gave away everything.
Yeah.
From Paul George. And don't even have him anymore. Terrible trade.
The Clippers are one of the worst run franchises in all of sports, but we could get that another time.
Correct.
All right.
Anyway, I mean, Game 2 is a must-win for Minnesota. They have to win. Because if they do not win, the series is over.
You think? Already?
I don't believe.
But on the road, they could go back and win 2 at home.
Nah, Oklahoma City's going to win 1 Minnesota.
All right. I wouldn't say it's totally over if they lose.
I would say it's over.
Okay.
And then
fair enough.
Moving forward to the Knicks and Pacers, which I said is the biggest rivalry in the NBA.
Yes.
You got to look last year.
Game 1 tonight.
Yeah, last year I think it went 7. And you got to look at the stats here. Brunson was injured. OG was injured. Randall was injured. I think Josh Hart was even hurt. Mitchell Robinson was injured. So they took the Pacers 7 with all these injuries. Now the Knicks are totally healthy. And they got Towns. They didn't have Towns last year, so they got another shooter. It is going to be very hard, though. It's definitely going to go 7. I'm going to say the Knicks in 7.
Knicks in 7.
The Garden's going to be rocking. It's going to be the first time since 1999
crazy
that the Knicks have gone to the NBA Finals. And that is not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Yeah. Well, I want to fact check that. I don't think so. Wasn't
that is 1999, yes.
NBA Finals?
Yes. Against the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay.
That's when Tim Duncan and David Robinson won. That was the lockout year.
Oh, did we count the lockout year?
The lockout year counts.
Yeah, it was. Spurs won 4-1.
Exactly.
Good call, yeah.
That was Ewing's last chance of a title. Then he went to the Magic the next year. See, I got these stats. We just never got to this point.
Yes. All right. Well, so your predictions, Knicks in 7?
Knicks in 7. How about you?
I'm going Pacers in 7.
Wow, you're turning heel.
Yeah.
You're turning right here.
I think they're going to do it. I just do. I just think they got them. I think the Pacers just got that edge over New York.
The one thing they have over New York is the size.
Yeah.
The
size matters.
Obviously. The Knicks' biggest.
So she says.
Their greatest strength. Oh, she always says that. Yeah. And if she doesn't, she's lying to you.
Yeah.
The greatest strength of the Knicks is also their greatest weakness. So Jalen Brunson's their greatest strength. On the defensive end, total liability.
All right.
Halliburton is, I think, 5 feet, 6 feet taller than him.
Have you noticed all the New York Knicks fans coming out of all the woodworks right now? I never even knew they knew anything about the NBA, and now all of a sudden everybody's posting Knicks. Where were they when their team was down?
And also, the segue here, and, make it full circle, WWE couldn't have came up with a better script.
That's true.
If you remember in the summertime, it was...
They wrote it, Halliburton and
Brunson in the ring.
Yes. But I do have a problem with all these Knicks fans coming out of the woodworks right now.
I mean, should we make a bet?
I want
So you got the Pacers?
the Pacers.
I got the Knicks.
All right.
So if the Knicks win,
We're
you got to wear the Jalen Brunson WWE shirt.
We gotta get it.
Well, you got to get it.
Yeah.
And if the Pacers win,
They have a
I'll wear
WWE shirt.
I'll wear the Halliburton
317
317 shirt.
Yeah, I didn't even know Brunson had a shirt. What the hell does it look like?
The fucking thing he does with the 3.
All right.
That's what it looks like.
If I wore it, I'd burn it right after.
That's all right though. You got to wear it.
Yeah.
So that's a bet.
That's the bet. All right.
So on. Let's go.
Wait, it has to go in our number of games 7 though. What if somebody?
No. Whoever wins the series.
Okay.
Whoever wins the series.
It
Don't
don't
have to go
matter.
7.
Okay.
Whoever wins the series.
All right. Fair enough.
There we go. Perfect.
All right.
What's our next topic?
Let's go. You want to cover anything backlash that kind of happened a week and a half ago?
I'll give you your flowers. You
Yeah.
did predict R-Truth to
Yeah, it's on video.
interfere.
Remember that.
And he did.
And he won.
And now he's going against Cena.
Yeah, now Saturday night's main event. What do you think about that?
Obviously Cena's going to win.
Yeah, 100%. No, I got a
False
question.
finishes.
I got a question. What do you think about Cena's heel turn so far?
I mean, I like it.
I have not been a fan personally.
I like it. I think he's doing heel 101.
There's
And it's working. I think it's working.
There's been a few instances where it's been okay, kind of good, but a few instances that it has not been good.
I think it's so.
I think it comes off
elementary.
forced a little bit.
I think it's so elementary that it is good.
Yeah. Well,
Do you think he turns back the face before the
Yes.
retirement is over?
he will turn back to face.
So you think he's going to be like, "Oh, I made a mistake," all that, forgiveness?
Exactly. How's that gonna go? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen, but it may be so ridiculously enforced. Who knows?
Do you think he holds the title to the end of his retirement tour?
I would like him to. I think he should hold it to the end, and then just
Who's
drop it.
Who's his next person?
I'm
R-Truth's
hearing,
not going to beat him.
no, there's rumors of a tag match, which I'm not crazy about. Him and Travis Scott, which is brutal, versus Cody and Bad Bunny.
Might be good.
Oh God, you could save that for me. No thanks.
No.
Not interested in it at all.
Bathroom break.
Bathroom break, exactly.
What do you think about Raw?
Raw was not very good, I thought. Going through the motions. That's how I felt.
I mean, there was the El Grande Americano appearance.
As there always is. One of the few highlights.
He is definitely over.
Yeah, he is.
We are strong supporters of El Grande Americano at Ring of Griffin Rival. Absolutely.
It's true. What did he used to say?
Oh, he says no. He says the thank you.
No, I know. Thank you.
Oh,
thank
now
you.
he says gracias.
Yeah, gracias.
There it is.
All right. For all you golf fans, Scotty Scheffler won the PGA Championship. I want to touch on that real quick.
Okay.
I know he is the best golfer in the world. What do you think of his chances of completing the career Grand Slam?
I mean,
There's only been 5 guys in the history of golf to do it.
Yeah, but golf's one of those sports you play when you're 80.
Yes, but they can't keep up at that point.
He
Obviously.
can play till he's like 50.
Yeah, I know, but he may not be able to keep up with the boys at that point. Tiger fell off at the end, but he had a lot of injuries.
Tiger had a lot of reasons he fell off.
He did. He had a lot of injuries and personal issues.
He had the personal issues caught up to him.
Mentally, yeah, kind of collapsed. But
I mean, that's what happens when you
There's-
bang half the world.
yeah,
You know?
it's true.
Should
And,
have just been, you
and
know what?
meanwhile, the whole
Should have just
public
been open and
knows it.
honest with it.
Yeah,
Should have been like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And it wouldn't have been a big deal. You know, he would have never
I know.
crashed into
Yeah,
his
but
house.
he was-
He would have never had all these problems.
but his like
Should've just
portrayal was like such a that of the all-American nice guy.
You should have just said I'm Tiger Woods, take it or leave it. You know, it goes back to the best part, the biggest part of 2025. Communication and transparency.
True. He could have turned heel. A prime Tiger heel would have been amazing
Amazing.
if he accepted it.
Imagine
Yes.
the girls would have been his caddy,
Yeah,
not that other guy.
Yeah, he could have just accepted the dark side and went on. But he did not do that.
Lied to himself,
Yeah, with false apologies.
like many do.
Yes. But the chances are getting the career Grand Slam Rory finally did it this year when he won the Masters, and that took him forever.
That's a golf game, Moose.
He had 3 legs. It took him. Okay, I went out for the last couple times with my dad. Shout out to my dad who's watching right now on YouTube.
Shout out to Brandon's dad.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
He's showing me tips on how to. I broke a driver. Actually, my friend Chris gave me. I swung so hard I hit the mat and actually cracked the graphite driver. So that was my golf game last week. Not pretty.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was impressive that it broke. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I'll keep it 100. You never would think a ball that doesn't move is so hard to hit.
Yeah,
it is very hard.
No.
My saving grace in golf is putting.
Oh, you're a good putter.
Oh yeah, all those putt golf dates. They really paid off.
You don't want to challenge you in miniature golf, people.
No, I put on the greens, bro.
Okay.
You know what they say? Drive for the show, putt for the duck.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's the old saying. Don't forget that. Let's go with NHL playoffs. Nobody really cares right now. We'll touch on the Stanley Cup.
You know what we'll get to though? Drake lost $1 million on Game 7.
All right, $1 million, Drake. For all you hockey fans out there, we'll touch on it a little bit.
I am a hockey fan. That is wild.
I'm just trying to go with what the public wants.
And then Edge was also the same way. He was heartbroken.
Toronto hasn't won shit in forever.
Many pictures of
him
going
last time
through
Toronto won? Let's see.
It's been a long time.
Let's see. Toronto Maple Leaf last Stanley Cup.
Who's still in it?
I know Edmonton Oilers are. My friend is a big Edmonton Oiler fan.
Okay.
Craig Ski, shout out to him too. Give him a shout out.
Shout out Craig Ski.
Yep. The last time they won the Stanley Cup, the Maple Leafs was 66-67 season. So it's been a minute.
Wow.
I could see that. And the Canadian team hasn't won one in forever, regardless.
And every time you think of hockey, you think of Canada.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah, so.
You know who should buy a team?
What?
Bret Hart.
Oh, he's very over in Canada.
The man's a Canadian hero.
Yeah. Does he have the coin to buy one? I don't think French.
Well, if Vince never reneged on that contract,
that's true. If he invested wisely, you got the Panthers and the Hurricanes.
Yeah, he has a bar.
Panthers, Hurricanes are in the Eastern Finals right now, and the Oilers and the Stars in the Western Conference. For the Connor McDavid has to get a Stanley Cup. I'm a big believer for his legacy. So if he doesn't do it, he comes up short again.
So we're going Oilers.
His legacy goes lower and lower. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Oilers. I think he finally gets over the hump and he does it.
Connor McDavid.
Yes.
Okay.
He wants to be in that Sidney Crosby class. He needs that cup.
That's true.
You can't touch Sid the Kid without a cup.
Even though Crosby is.
Forget.
So.
Well, the guy is still he's still at 85, 90 points, I think.
All right, so we got some questions, right?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
From our fans here, we're starting to get this interaction going.
Yes.
We want you to, send us your questions, and we got the answers for you.
One was from via text message from Chris from Smithtown again.
Chris from Smithtown.
He was very mad today. This is a little bit of NFL news that the tush push was passed again. So he wants it banned. Personally, he says it's not a football play. And he says it should be banned, and all the defenses need some advantages because all the advantages go to the offense. I don't agree with that. I think it is a football play, and I'm glad it passed.
And
you gotta learn to stop
it. They're the reigning defending champions, as much as that breaks my heart to say.
Well, that's why
you can't take that away from them when they're the reigning defending champions.
So you're glad it's still a play, too?
I think it's been proven it can be stopped.
Yeah.
You just got to stop it.
You need fat D tackles. You got to fucking get aggressive. These defensive scheme geniuses, Rex Ryans and all these guys.
We need
scheme something.
A line of Bernardos.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be stopped.
Yeah. Well, hey. Even, Chris
especially if the cruise ships come.
Yeah. Our buddy Chris Durkin says he could play D tackle too.
Yeah, I bet he could.
Yeah. All right. These next questions are, well, Chris, I hope that answered your question. You were with
Shout out Chris from Smithtown.
Right,
big regular on the Boomer.
Our next one is from Daniel Kelly on our Facebook page. If you haven't been following us yet, please do. Riffs, Rings, and Rivals on Facebook page. Give it a like, share, comment, engage. We need more engagement.
All that.
Daniel Kelly says, so do you expect a big season from Dak this year with the acquisition of Pickens and the Cowboys' suspect running game? And Daniel Kelly, thank you for your question. And good thing we have a resident Cowboy fan here. I don't know if he's going to be impartial or not, but we'll let him kick it off.
Dak has to have a big season. He's got weapons. We got Pickens. We got Lamb. The running game, yeah, it's kind of suspect, but no, we got that running back from the Broncos that was pretty serviceable.
Okay.
So it's not terrible. It's not horrible. And I think Dak has to have a great season. Because if he doesn't have a great season, there's someone that we traded for that is going to be waiting, and he's on a discount. And I'm sure at that point we might move Dak. Because why would you want to give that man $60 million when he can't even win a playoff game?
I'm setting Dak's over under 35 passing touchdowns. Over under 35.
You got Pickens, you got Lamb, you got Ferguson.
That's a little over 2 a game, and they have a prolific passing offense. So,
I am going to go over.
Okay. If he can stay healthy, he'd play all 17, he should hit over. But
I'm going over.
But you have to include his...
The Giants are going to be... We're going to destroy them.
But you have to remember his inability to stay healthy.
Well, if that is the case...
Yeah, but that has to be factored into your bet. So, like, will he be over and under 35? You say over. Okay.
He's got to stay healthy at this point.
All right. Well, that's what we're talking about.
Got to stay healthy.
So he's predicting a big year from him, Daniel Kelly. So you could look to draft him in fantasy if that's what you're going for.
Daniel Kelly. Big year for Dak Prescott.
All right. Our next question is from Charlie Ferrer. Says, hey, Rings and Rivals, do you expect Trae Young to have as much success as the Knicks? Is that a silly question? Well, of course it's a silly question, but we will answer it anyway. As your resident Atlanta Hawks fan here, Trae Young has had a lot of personal success. He's just not had a lot of team success, and it goes for the team built around him. Unfortunately, our general manager and ownership group has not been anything
I don't agree with that.
Basketball note, and I don't think he's going to reach. We were in the Eastern Conference Finals one year.
I don't agree with that at all.
What?
You have given him plenty of help.
I don't think we've constructed a good enough team.
Clint Capella. You got him from Houston. You had who else did you have? You had Hunter. You traded him to the Cavs.
Yeah,
he's not a bad player. Not a bad player.
We drafted him high, but he was a 6-man.
Who'd you have on that Eastern Conference run?
The DeJounte Murray trade was terrible.
Thank you.
They should.
Yeah, DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, but it just didn't work. They were both 2-point guards. Like, they were trying to play him off the ball, and it didn't work.
I think the other thing is just like Brunson. He's a defensive liability.
He is a defensive liability.
But he can't guard anyway. He can't guard anything.
I do like.
Can't guard a broom.
I do like the number 1 pick we took this year versus Shea, the number 1 overall pick.
Oh, you got Daniels too. I like Daniels.
Yes, he's a defensive
Very
wizard.
good defense.
So overall,
is he staying?
I think.
Actually, is he staying?
I think the Trae Young Hawks have peaked already. Unfortunately, as a Hawks fan.
Are they trading him?
I would think you should. And
where's he
going?
Get
the most. Whoever can give us 2 or 3 first-round picks.
You think he's still worth 2 or 3 first-round
picks? Yes, he's for the trades this way. The way they go now.
Because we can go back to Paul George for everyone that's good.
Yeah, I think you get at least 2.
Okay.
I think they've peaked, and I think they should start building around the young kid that they drafted number 1 overall last year, and start building. All right, and then we got another question from Charlie Farrar. I hope that answered your question. We try to be unbiased here on the panel.
That's right.
The next question is, how many wins for his G-Men this year? We'll let Rich kick this one off. Go ahead.
4.
Okay, so you're saying they're going to be picking the top 5 again.
Mm-hmm.
I will concur with that.
Especially the guy that asked for LT's number.
Abdul Carter.
Let's
and then
see
Phil Simms' number. And he finally settled number 51.
Yes, for Phil Simms' number?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Oh, my God.
Phil Simms said yes, and then his family denied it. Said no. They said Phil was drinking that fucking good shit from the bar over here.
I'm sorry. I'm not even a Giants fan.
Yeah.
How are you going to ask for LT's number?
Yeah, well.
One of the best players ever.
But he did, and he didn't get it, and he didn't get Simms' number. So
LT laughed at
51. The only thing that comes to mind, 51, Barkevious Mingo, the huge bust out of,
Who?
Yeah, exactly. To the Cleveland Browns. That was the worst NFL draft of all time, though. 2013. Look it up if you don't believe it. The first round of the 2013 NFL draft was absolutely putrid.
Who'd you draft?
Barkevius Mingo out of LSU. This school slipped me for a second, but yes, that's who we drafted.
What was he doing then?
At 6, we picked him. I think he was like top.
Wow.
6.
That's amazing.
Horrible, but he did have a long career on special teams. He went to the Colts and a couple other things.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
But the whole first round was terrible. Eric Fisher was the number 1 pick in the draft.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay, and he says 4. I'm gonna say Russell Wilson. I'll give him 5. I'll give him a little more. I'll give him 5 wins. Russ can win a game here and there. He'll keep it close. He don't turn it over too much.
Oh, so you got Jameis.
Yeah, Jameis ain't gonna start.
But Russ gonna play the whole season?
No. They'll eventually they're gonna go to Dart at the end of the year.
I have an amazing prediction for the Giants.
They're going to Dart.
I have an amazing prediction.
Go ahead.
Jameis Winston will throw 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns in a game, and he will throw 4 interceptions or 5 interceptions in the same game.
Well, that's not a prediction.
That is a spoiler. It is going to be great.
I watched it all too much last year. I know. For every great play he has
What was that game? He literally threw 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions or 4 interceptions?
Nah, it was against Baltimore. No, he had like 4 touchdowns and then like 2 picks, but he could have had like 3 more picks.
No, he had like 3 pick sixes.
Yeah, he did in another game, but
he's amazing.
Yeah, but he did beat the Ravens and the Steelers.
I love Jameis Winston.
Yeah, he is a good backup. Like you need that spark just to come off the bench, and you hope he gives you lightning. But starts over a long period of time, you're gonna get the bad Jameis too.
Also, I would love to see
Fitzpatrick.
I want to see the pregame speeches every week.
He's a great team leader.
No, between him and Russ.
Oh yeah, Laura.
What's the
Let's ride.
What's the new saying for the Giants?
Big blow. Yeah, so but Russ
and then Jameis is gonna get those W's. You know that.
Yeah, but Russ don't turn it over a lot. He don't make big plays, but he keeps it, playable.
That's true.
All right, those are the questions for this week. I hope you are happy that we answered all of them.
Yeah.
Any final last words? You want to plug anything?
I mean, if you want to become a bartender, there's nothing better than 1-800-BARTEND. We teach you how to bartend, teach you how to serve responsibly. There you go. Also, we have a job portal. Yeah. 1-800-BARTEND.
The girl that bartends behind here, she graduated first in her class.
First in the class.
So just remember that.
How about you? You got anything you want to plug?
Obviously, my clothing line, Cathartic Clothing. This is Nothing Gold Can Stay. A great crew neck with the writing of Nothing Gold Can Stay that I wrote. It's on the back.
I feel like that's a personal attack.
What?
You say my gold chain can't stay?
Nothing Gold Can Stay. But, if you guys want to support the clothing line, I'd be much appreciative. And all the ones that have so far, thank you very much. They
gotta wear that. They gotta wear it. They should tag and mention.
Yes, please. Get anything.
We're gonna start doing like giveaways and stuff like that. We want this interaction to start going.
Yes, more engagements the better.
Absolutely.
We all want to help each other. Let's see everybody win.
That's right. We're not gonna throw up a love song like P. Diddy because that might be weird.
Yeah, and what do you think about the P. Diddy trial?
Have you read?
Let's go before we go. Yes,
have you read the transcript?
Yes, I've read it. I said he's going to jail. You thought he was getting off, didn't you?
I mean, what's he going to jail for?
I don't know, but he's going to be serving some time.
They had Cassie on the stand?
Yeah.
The biggest part was the baby oil's got GHP in it. That's how he's drugging them. She literally said, no, it does not.
I don't know.
She's saying
he's going to be found guilty.
Can't wait for the next freak off.
Well.
So,
either
is
way,
the man weird? And I absolutely love what 50 Cent's doing.
Either way, fuck.
Absolutely love what 50 Cent's doing, trolling him.
He trolls everybody. But
I know, but they mainly Diddy.
Yes.
And you were saying it for years.
Diddy. I hate Diddy.
I agree. I was always a Pac guy. But also, by the letter of the law.
I mean, I hear
what
you're saying.
Other than being weird as shit, absolutely weird. Like, have you ever done that, Ooze? Have you ever had, like, someone, whatever, and then come rub semen on your nipples?
We're not even going to. This is a family show. We're gonna cut that one out. But yes, the family.
We're gonna leave that.
Yes, but I say he's gonna serve some time. The charges.
I'm gonna say either time served or 3 to 5 years.
Fair enough. All right.
And we just want to also say we definitely do not support domestic violence.
No.
You
Cheers.
jerk off.
Until next time. Wrist rings are out, baby.